What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Siren Frost. You know the drill. And today I want to take this time away from all the petty drama that I've been having in real life, and take some time to review you guys, give you guys a new deck profile. And forgive me if I don't talk very straightforward these days, because my voice has been cracking up lately, and I don't know why. It's life. It's human. We have these shitty ass bodies. Unless you're a hunky bodybuilder. Okay. Anyways. So today I'm gonna be doing a Maiden Stride deck. This is not a Legion format, or this is not the Legion version of it, but this is what I think is the Maiden Venus Trap cross ride. And I know you guys are probably thinking, Maiden Venus Trap is not a cross ride. She's totally different people. Well, to me, if they're gonna make a card called Maiden of Venus Trap Reverse and Maiden of Venus Trap Muse, I'm gonna call that a cross ride. But this is in general a Maiden deck. So nothing too fancy about that name, but you know, it's just the theme of it. And this also will addition limit break support. This is going to be featuring about limit breaks and all that stuff. And even though limit breaks are like long past, like ancient, done with, I still think limit breaks are still good in the format. It's just, you know, people don't want to see that because it's all about the stride and the, you know, stride breakers and, you know, bandwagon fanboys who like Diablo so much, you know. But you know what? I'm one of those casual players that will strongly admit that. And this is a deck just for fun, and maybe try it out in tournaments, you know, just for fun, but, you know. So anyways, here it goes. So my starting Vanguard is Maiden of Noisette, or Noisette. I think that's what she's called. Yeah, I think so. She just came out from BT06, and if you guys are not well of her, there's the effects right there. I'm sorry my camera's a little, blurry. But basically what she does is active skill rearguard ability. Counterblast 1. She has a special counterblast with Maiden of in its name. And put this into your soul. If you have a Vanguard with Maiden in its card name, choose up to 2 of your other rearguards with Maiden in its name. Hold on, guys. I'm very bad. My eyesight's way bad. And until the end of the turn, they get an auto skill. Rearguard or Vanguard. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you can draw a free card. And we all like to have a little bit of draw power, so that's why she's in here. And it's either the dominations were Spring Heralding Maiden Asha, or Azu, not Asha. Yeah, God, that'd be the last thing on the planet. Or Maiden of Physalis. But I think the new version of Maiden of would become pretty much handy, so I'm going with her. And we're also bringing back some of the old classic units here too. So I'm playing 4 copies of the Heel Trigger Sweet Honey. This deck. Oh, by the way, guys, as a disclaimer, this deck was also inspired by Maki Nakashiro from Season 3 of Vanguard. So forgive me if there's a little bit of a mishap on that one. But yeah, I figure we go back to the old school Hill Triggers, just because this is Maidens have been old school ever since set 14, actually. That's very like a long time ago. Like 2 years ago, I think. Oh well. Anyway, so we're going with that. And we're playing 8 crits in this deck too, so I know, hear me on that one. What the hell, right? So we're playing 4 copies of Maiden of Dimorphetheca and 4 copies of Tsukken Don, the cactus boy. So, yeah. And I figured I'd choose him because he's an adorable, like, for a plant. And I used to be a plant duelist, so makes sense, right? And next, finally, we're playing 4 stand triggers. Maiden of Daybreak. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are familiar with her with her ability. Daybreak's ability is Generation Break 1. Put this on top of your deck. When this unit is placed in a rearguard circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose up to 1 of your units. Choose up to 2 of your units with the same name, and those units get plus 5,000 power, and then shuffle your deck. So that shouldn't be much of a problem. I mean, I had other nominations for this deck too, but we'll just see what happens. Now, on to grade 1s. We're playing 2 copies of Maiden of Waterspout. She was part of the Fires collection not that long ago, in wintertime, I think. And her skill is, put this in your soul and choose a normal unit from your drop zone and put it back on top of your deck. When your other unit with Maiden in its name is placed in a rearguard circle from your deck, if you have Vanguard with Maiden in its name, you may pay the cost. If you do, shuffle your deck, draw a card, and countercharge a free card. Countercharge 1. So it helps you get flip over one other card in the damage zone, draw another card, and you can choose a card from your graveyard and place it on top of your deck. So I was thinking about adding her into 4, but I think 2 is safer because of the other units we'll be using. Next, we're playing 4 copies of Valkyrie of Reclamation Padmini, just mainly in there for stride power. Just get your strides out a little quickie. Again, guys, I'm not talking today. Fuck! Alright, anyway, so we're playing 4 of the Maiden of G Perfect guards. Just originally the G Perfects from G set 2. And why the hell not? Because they have Maiden of in its name. And finally, 4 copies of Snowdrop Musketeer Pilkko. Pilkko is basically in here just so you can get Maiden of Venus Trap's Limit Break right off the bat. So, just a snap. And I've noticed about playing Limit Break enablers now when it comes to certain old decks like Silver Thorns or Jewel Knights or the old Amaterasu Crossride build. You can make the decks like old school decks much more better. So, those cards are very much handy anyways. So for now, for grade 2, we're playing 4 copies of Maiden of Damask Rose. I think that's very cute artwork, by the way. And her skill is a special counterblast 1 with Maiden in its name. When its unit attack hits the Vanguard, pay the cost. If you do, you can search your deck for up to 1 grade 3 or greater card with Maiden in its name, reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. So basically, even if you don't get a Stride Fodder, you can still search out a grade 3 and add it to your hand and save it for later for Stride or write it, whatever tickles your death pickle. Next, we're playing 4 copies of Maiden of Flower Screen. I believe this is a must-now card in New Nectar. I'm not 100% sure about that, but what she basically is a copycat. Like, she can copy the name of the other unit in your rearguard circle. So, I think that's more appropriate. I've seen her in action in the anime with Chrono using her ability against Ren Tsukumori and copy Green Shot Elf. So that just shows you that you can get a lot of good stuff out of that. And next we're playing 3 copies of Wheelwind Dragon. I think that's a classic. This is one of the units that helped me out win first place at locals at one point in time, like a couple years back, like a year ago. And what he does is that if the attack goes through, and if it hits the Vanguard, you can choose up to 2 cards from your damage zone and countercharge them. So basically, you countercharge 2. However, in order to require this, if your opponent's Vanguard is 11k, that's a problem because he's a 9k, and you need GB1 in order to use that ability. So, the best thing you gotta do is just put a booster behind it. Simple as that, honestly. Now for grade 3s, of course, we're playing the main boss unit, whatever form she is Venus Trap. 4 copies of Maiden of Venus Trap Muse. She is a Limit Break enabler, or Limit Break. Her skill is Counterblast 1. When his unit attacks a Vanguard, pay the cost. If you do, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, search for up to 1 card of the same name as a Neo Nectar in your Vanguard rearguard circle, and call it to rearguard and shuffle your deck. Also, active skill. You can Counterblast 1 to increase his attack power by 2,000. So, I guess that technically adds the Crossride ability with reverse, but yeah, she allows you to basically look at the top 5 cards of your deck and search for a superior call. And what Neo Nectar is notorious for is superior calls, obviously. And then we're playing 4 copies of Maiden of Venus Trap Reverse. And her limit break is Counterblast 1, choose one of your Neo Nectars and lock it. Look at the top 5 cards from the top of your deck, search for up to 1 unit nectar, and call it to rearguard, shuffle your deck, and that unit gets plus 5,000 power at the end of the turn. Also, Counterblast 1, this unit gets plus 2,000 power, so that's an active skill. So, that is the main deck, and like I said, guys, you are entitled to your opinions about this deck. Like, it's not meta, all that jazz, but it's still a fun deck to play. I mean, you guys can feel free to try it out if you want. And for most of you who are true Neo-Nectar players, whether you're a man or a woman, I believe this deck is fun and maybe piss people off. I don't know. You guys can do whatever. Now, for G units, we're playing 4 copies of the main boss, I'm going to say, is Protector Lotus Maiden of Yggdrasil. So we're playing 4 copies of her. And her skill is, for 1 turn, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. If you have a heart with Maiden in its name, choose up to 3 units with Maiden in its name in your front row. And at the end of the turn, they each gain 5,000 power and an auto skill. And a new skill. Auto, Vanguard or Rearguard. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, look at the top 5 cards from your deck. Search for up to 1 card from the same name as a unit on your Vanguard Rearguard circle, called the Rearguard, and shuffle your deck. So she does retain some of Maiden of Venus Traps' special abilities, but not fully completely. But yeah, and besides, guys, I love the artwork on these Neo-Nectars. Like, coming from an Earth background, from the element of Earth, this deck was supposed to be my personal favorite, but I kind of like Darkness one more. Next, we're playing 4 copies of Flower Main and Perpetual Summer Verano. And Verano's ability is Soul Blast 1 and choose a face down card of whatever unit and turn it face up. And choose a card from your hand and drop zone and return them into your deck. Wow, I didn't even see that part. I thought it was from a discarding card. When this unit is placed in a Vanguard circle, it may make the cost. If you do, choose up to 2 cards from your hand and call them to separate rearguards. Choose the same number of your rearguards as the number of Veranos in your G zone, face up in your G zone. Search your deck for up to 1 card with the same name as each of those units. Call them separate rearguards and shuffle your deck. And the units called from your deck with this effect gets a boost ability. Even if it's a grade 2, it can still boost. So that is a broken and awesome sauce right there. I think Verano is like... No, I can see why Verano herself is one of the most sought after cards in Neo-Nectar. I may be wrong about that, but I think that's a good effect. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Flower Princess of Spring's Arborea. When she lands a blow on your Vanguard, you can superior call 1 unit with the same name as your rearguard unit, and at the end of the turn, it gets... Does it get 2,000 power? So I haven't played that card in like a long ass time, so I'm very old with my cards now. Like, holy shit. But yeah, 2 of her. And next, I'm playing 2 copies of Sacred Tree Dragon Jingle Flower Dragon, aka Jingles. Jingle's skill, choose a face-down card of Jingles face-up in your G-Zone, turn face up. If the number of face-up cards in your G-Zone is 2 or more, choose one of your units until the end of turn, it gets a skill. During your turn, all your units gets 2,000 power for each of your units with the same name as this unit. So, even if you have, like, this is where Maiden Flower Screen comes in effect. You can copy, like, Damask Rose, and Jingles will provide that power. If you have 2 Damascus Roses facing on the field, all your units will get 6,000 power. So this is a very good combination right there. At least that's why I think it's kind of cool. And next we're playing 4 G Guardians, Sacred Tree Dragon, Rain Breath Dragon. I figured this would be start everything off. And since we're in the G Guardian era now, I figured it's a good thing. And his defensive skill is choose for up to choose 1 card from your hand, call into rearguard, and at the end of the turn, that unit gets a resist ability. And this card gains 5,000 power to the shield. So I think that's a pretty good thing right there. Like, it protects your rearguard for that 1 turn. So anyways, guys, that is the deck profile of the main stride. Just the maiden stride, not the Legion or anything else. And you guys are more than welcome to leave your comments down below and let me know what you guys think about this version of the deck. There'll be a full deck list, as always, in the description down below. And yeah, so anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and hope you guys stay cool from the summertime, because summer's a bitch. Anyways, this is Siren Frost. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for all your support, and yeah. Anyways, and oh yeah, and please, and don't forget to subscribe, like this video, thumbs up for it. I just trying to do it like this, so thumbs up for that. And just, yeah, go ahead and subscribe, like this video, thumbs up for it, comment, rate it, you know, whatever you want, the case may be. And I'll catch you guys next time. Love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.